panicking. I thought I was going to have to dance to that or something. One of my favorite lines from this movie is, "Love thaws a frozen heart." And this is what God desires to do for us. One of the ways God does this is through community, through vulnerability. C.S. Lewis says a quote, or he has a quote that I absolutely love. Technology, what are you gonna do? This might be a moment, just a second. There we go. C.S. Lewis says, "To love at all is to be vulnerable. Love anything and your heart will be wrung and possibly broken. If you want to make sure of keeping it intact, you must give it to no one, not even an animal. Wrap it up carefully around with hobbies and little luxuries. Avoid all entanglements. Lock it up safe in the casket or coffin of your selfishness. But in that casket, safe, dark, motionless, airless, it will change. It will not be broken. It will become impenetrable, unbreakable, irredeemable. To love is to be vulnerable." So with vulnerability, that's one of the ways God really encounters us, is through community. And it is through community God is really able to meet us, to transform us. And he promises us in Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 26, he says, "I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh." And that's the hope that we get to cling on to. God radically pursuing us, even though we hold ourselves captive, time and time again. Even though we come back and we engage with God, even though we run back to our ice castles or build another one, and another one, or another one, God always comes after us. And he places people in our lives to help us get there, to draw closer to him. Now, a note on vulnerability, because in a culture, vulnerability is kind of viewed as weakness. I am very much so guilty of this. This has been a lesson God has taught me a lot about this year. Vulnerability doesn't mean laying your whole life story out on the line, saying everything that's on your heart, just kind of carelessly throwing it out to anybody who would listen. No, vulnerability is a right that is earned by people, like pursuing you. People have to earn the right to your vulnerability. So these people that you learn to trust, these people that have proven themselves time and time again, those are the people that you be vulnerable to, that you welcome into your life. And it is in those places God radically moves. And so in a moment, the band will come up. I want you all to think, what is your ice castle? Whether it's independence, self-efficiency, you name it. What is your ice castle? What do you keep running to, and what are you running from?